Well, of course, the rise of social media has already been huge over the past few years, set to continue into 2015. Let's get some more detail on what to expect and the year gone as well. We're joined by Managing Director of Twitter Australia, Karen Stocks. Karen, thank you so much for coming on the program. I guess, it's sad to say this, but just to start off on a very sad, tragic note, we were only a week ago seeing the most tweeted about events, and Remembrance Day 2014 was the most tweeted about moment for Australia for 2014. Has that changed completely now with the Sydney siege? Because it really just seemed to, everyone went to Twitter and were sort of expressing their anger, their condolences, their fears on Twitter.
Yeah, we've seen an amazing conversation in the past week around the Sydney siege hashtag, also the I'll Ride With You hashtag. Those hashtags are still being very, very active. People are still sharing a lot of thoughts in a really emotional and public way. I think we'll have a look at the data, towards the end of the year and to see how that rates. But it's been amazing to watch how just ordinary people can just share their thoughts and their views and their perspectives in a way that is so moving and so touching and completely in line with what actually happened this week.
So one of the examples of how the platform's spreading to all parts of the community, because when it started it was criticised or pigeonholed as being something for media people or something, to journos to tweet to other journos or something like that, but has it really gone well beyond that?
Yeah, as we see the platform mature and as people understand the platform better, we see it hit all areas of society because it's live, because it's public. Obviously this week's been a great example of it, but also to a lot of sporting events, a lot of entertainment, a lot of politics. So when we think about the biggest tweeted event this year on Twitter globally, it was the World Cup. People are very passionate about the football. Brazilian fans are even more passionate, the most passionate fans in the world, and the volume of people coming in to join a conversation around that was phenomenal.
And politics, obviously, top in the sort of hashtags.
Yeah, the top hashtag for Australia was Ozpol.
Yeah.
Obviously, the current government has been under a lot of scrutiny since they've come in, especially around the budget as well. People from all political persuasions are on the platform. They're talking about it. They're sharing their perspectives, all different views as well. Australians aren't quiet when it comes to sharing their opinions. And the Ozpol hashtag was so popular it even ranked in our top 30 globally as well. So not only in Australia, but globally as well. And who knew Australians love their politics so much? But so we're seeing it from events like this week, from sporting events, from politics as well, and also, there's a lot around entertainment and TV as well.
Bit of publicity this week about Instagram they said, look, we've got more active users a month now than Twitter. Is that a meaningful stat? Is it significant? Are they competition, or is it sort of accompanying social media that people use both?
Yeah, I think it's great to see anyone in the industry showing how they're developing. I think it's great. We look at numbers in more of a holistic view. So one of the numbers we look at is the logged in monthly active users, which is around the 280 million mark. We've got another 500 million that come to the platform that don't actually log in. Over 500 million tweets sent every single day, and then there's all those tweets that go off the network as well onto TV or into online articles as well. So we look at it more holistically around those.
And is that Australia there, or is that globally?
No, that's globally. We report the global numbers only. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. What's your sort of feeling then about the growth in usage in Australia compared to other markets?
We're really happy with what's happening in the Australian market. We've been in business now in Australia for just over 12 months when we set up the office, working a lot with businesses like yourselves and with sporting businesses all across in TV around using the platform better in ways that enhance their businesses. I think 2015 is going to be really exciting. There's some really big events coming up with the Cricket World Cup, the Asian Cup, the Netball World Cup, a lot of really big events, and Australia's going to be on the spotlight. And I think Twitter's going to play a really great role around allowing everybody, not just locally and globally, to come together and discuss the passion around those events.
You're alluding there to the evolution of your business model. Just tell us about that. How many advertisers are sort of taking advantage of that and are just starting to spend money with you guys?
Yeah, we're really happy with the traction we're making with advertisers. Around October, we released our small business package, which allows small business users to self-serve on the platform and sign up. So that opened another category in the market for us. in that aspect. We've seen advertisers be very creative in the way that they've used the platform. At the moment with the cricket, we've got Toyota working closely with Cricket Australia, doing some really great content on the platform and bringing highlights together. We've had some great companies work with our promoted video product that got released this year to allow them to upload video directly to the platform, so it's easier for customers to use. And then we've seen, customers like and advertisers like Virgin Mobile with their meal for meal hashtag take that corporate responsibility theme around tying their views around food wastage into Australia, bringing that together into the platform in a really innovative way.
What are your aims for sort of take-up among advertisers going forward into 2015?
Sorry, what's that?
What's your sort of aims, your targets for that part of your business?
So we're continuing to get advertisers on the platform every single day. That's a big focus that we have. Also, too, we've got a lot of advertisers that have been testing with us, so we're going to continue to build a depth of relationship with those advertisers. But then we've got advertisers on the platform that I would say are doing world-class activations. The one that I mentioned around Virgin with the meal for meal is great. Sportsbet did a really great activation around the Soccer World Cup. So we're seeing some really great class activations that people are sitting up globally and taking a look at what's happening in Australia.
Karen, how big a deal is Christmas? Does Twitter celebrate Christmas and then New Year? Is that going to be big too?
It is going to be really big. There's some exciting stuff going to happen on the bridge on New Year's Eve. So I think all eyes will be on Sydney, and I think the conversation will spike. We saw a great spike last year. I'm expecting that to go crazy this year as everybody wants to share.
What's the hashtag? NY 2015, something like that?
NYE Sydney.
NYE Sydney.
Yeah. I mean, Sydney's a place to be for New Year's Eve, isn't it? It's like, I might be biased, but we do the best fireworks in the world, I think, and all eyes are on there. So it's going to be great, not only for Twitter, but for Sydney as a city, because everyone globally will be watching that as well.
I can see a debate on Twitter already about that.
Who's got the best fireworks?
Just finally, quickly, your plans for recruiting new users, is it a learning curve? How do you sort of approach that as it gets bigger and bigger?
Yeah, so from a user perspective, what's really important for us is that we make sure that we've got a product that's intuitive and that people can use, that they can understand, but also too, we take the global platform and localise it, because it's really important that people have a local context. And again, what's happened this week showed how important that local context is, and only people in Australia and Sydney can really understand that to the same depth, even though the world might be watching and participating. So I think as we have the great events next year with the Cricket World Cup and the Netball World Cup, we'll see that come to play even more. But our focus is on let's work globally to make sure the product is as good as it can be, and let's work locally to make sure that we bring great content to the platform.
It's been great to hear your thoughts on all of that. Big year ahead. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Great to have you on the program. Karen Stockdale, Managing Director of Twitter Australia. And that's all we have time for on the program, James.
It's gone already.
As always. What a year. Thank you so much for all of your analysis and everything on the show this year.
Okay.
Thank you. James Manning there, co-host of Media Week and editor and publisher, of course, as well, of Media Week. That's all we have time for. Have a great New Year and Christmas. We'll see you in 2015.